Okay, I'm going to formally welcome everybody to the BARC Developmental Services Employee Length of Service Recognition Ceremony for 2021. Sadly, as last year was also the case, we have to do it in smaller groups, so we're all health and safety is first and foremost, and unfortunately we have to do it that way. And so hopeful that next year we'll have the opportunity to all be together for a larger ceremony. We have a beautiful morning this morning, and today we're going to honor and celebrate 5 associates who've been with the agency at varying length of services throughout their career. And it's actually, we have a record setter here today, which will be our final presentation today for somebody who's been with the agency for a very, very long time. Started when he was about 3 or 4 years old, I would say. So, 3. Okay, so he says 3. So I just wanted to formally introduce, we have a couple members of the Board of Directors here joining us today. We have Teddy Monero is here as the President of our Board of Directors, and we have Pat Shuck is here as well. She's the Chairperson of the Vocational Services Department Advisory Committee. So we're very pleased to have them both here today, so thank you for joining us. And if everybody's okay, we're just going to go ahead and start into it and get going. And I'm going to need my reading glasses for this. The first one that we're going to honor today has been with the agency for 15 years. And let me tell you a little bit about her. Her work history: she began employment with BARC in February of 2006 as the development coordinator, and in June 2015, she was promoted to the development manager, a position she holds today. And some comments of her past performance appraisals include: she attends virtually every event for our individuals. She's efficient with the use of her time and talents, is clear and concise in her communication style. She continues to focus her efforts on media releases and actively planning and overseeing the myriad of details each major fundraising event needs. Willing to adjust her schedule based on agency events that she needs to attend. She's an active member of the Development Committee and past Autumn Luncheon Committees, the 65th Anniversary Gala Committees, and the Staff Appreciation Team. Very cooperative and definitely a team player. Shows great adaptability and flexibility to meet the demands placed on the department due to the recent pandemic. She has assumed additional responsibilities to help ensure the Holocong office runs smoothly, most especially again during the recent pandemic. Prides herself on being organized, which is critical when planning major fundraising events. And she introduced the new fundraiser last year, the Duck Derby, which was held in mid-May, and is extremely successful. And we have received all fundraising events during the pandemic have exceeded the expectations and yielded an increased financial support. She's a vital part of the BARC team, and congratulations, 15 years at the agency, to Danielle Fox. Congratulations. Okay, the next associate we're going to honor today is for 20 years with the agency. This gentleman began employment at BARC in March of 2001 as a home manager, was promoted to program manager in December of 2001. In October of 2002, he transferred to the position of Quality Resources Coordinator, and in October of 2015, he became an EI Program Supervisor, the position he holds today. He has worn many hats for the agency, as you can hear. Some comments on past performance evaluations include: he uses his time efficiently. As a Quality Resources Coordinator, he was proficient in leading the incident management process, participates in department decisions regarding the children and families we serve, and is always respectful in discussing each case, participated in the local interagency coordinated council on supporting sensory needs of the children, participated in conversations regarding a dual language family and the contractor's concern for providing quality services, easily picked up on the EI section of HCSIS and is able to obtain plans and evaluations for the children on his caseload, is conscientious of keeping records confidential and communicates with his coworkers in a respectful manner, responds quickly and encourages team communications to problem-solving situations, is able to provide a comprehensive overview of EI in Bucks County as well as our agency's specific requirements. He assisted in interviewing and orienting new contractors, and he provides ongoing support to the contractors, and especially during the transition to virtual services due to COVID-19, he helped troubleshoot the issues for many people. I'm happy to introduce 20 years at the agency, Jeff Smith. Congratulations, Jeff. And now Chris Bennett.
Hi everyone. So Mary gets a little break here. So this next associate that we would like to honor began her employment with BARC Developmental Services in October of 1994 as a program coordinator, and in August of 1998 was promoted to assistant program director. She transferred to quality resources coordinator in 2000 and left BARC for a career opportunity briefly in January of 2004 and was rehired in March of 2005 as the regional residential director. In June of 2009, she was promoted to residential director, and in January 2020, she began her current position as executive director. And nothing has happened since, right? For this special occasion, I actually asked the other directors to give us a little sentiment here to share. So from Noreen, Mary, congratulations on 25 years at BARC. We are so fortunate to have you on our team. You show your dedication through your actions. Your guidance is invaluable. The early intervention team appreciates your interest in understanding our services. You are a pleasure to know and an inspiration for each of us to do our best each day. Best wishes on your anniversary and for the years to come. From Scott, Mary is only the third full-time executive director of BARC Developmental Services in its 70 years as a human service agency. She became the executive director at the best of times and the worst of times, both for the same reason, COVID. It was the worst of times because COVID hit shortly after she stepped into her new role and was getting acclimated to all the demands of being the leader of a thriving agency. It was the best of times because she provided the incredible leadership needed to ensure everyone associated with BARC Developmental Services felt safe and secure during one of the worst pandemics in history. Her calm approach, coupled with her strong knowledge and experience, were exactly what was needed to guide us and conquer and quell the fears so many of us had. Her outstanding leadership enabled BARC to prevail. With her at the helm, we showed we are indeed BARC strong. We are fortunate to have such a skilled leader. From myself, congratulations on 25 years at BARC Developmental Services. Your experience and knowledge of the agency from the ground up is commendable and instills confidence in everyone around you. You have been a tremendous role model for me in my new role and provided me with direction when I needed it. Your leadership has shown through during these difficult times and provided the light for the agency as a whole to follow. So on behalf of myself, and the entire Human Resources Department, congratulations again on your 25th anniversary. From Eric, Mary has been an excellent supervisor, trustworthy coworker, and most importantly, authentic and realistic whenever I sought her advice over the many years that we have worked together. I am glad that I have continued to have Mary as my supervisor when I was the ICF program director and now as the residential director. From Lori, my experience working with Mary for so many years gave me confidence in her ability to assume the responsibilities as executive director. She's been an awesome leader through a very tough time. She is positive, supportive, understanding, and reasonable. And from Aaron, I am the new kid on the block and have been getting to know the team here since May. However, BARC has a tight-knit group that is very team-oriented here, and Mary is the leader of that team. I can see why Mary is this leader. She is a natural leader and has the trust of every member of her team. Mary has taken a lot of time since I have joined BARC to provide an abundance of guidance and support, ensuring that the transition of a new member joining her team is a smooth one. One example of this is when Mary took the extra time out of her busy schedule and personally provided me with a tour and introduction to every home in Res, giving me the opportunity to be able to begin to put a face with names and build relationships with staff, HMs, and individuals supported. I appreciate this, as well as all the other extra time that she has given during these last 5 months to welcome me and orient me to BARC and the team here during the beginning of this new adventure. So, without further ado, please congratulate Mary Sauter on 25 years with BARC Developmental Services. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Well, that was completely unexpected. Thank you all. It's very kind that the department directors, all are here and all took the time to write that. And clearly, I feel I owe you a lot more than just taking you all out to lunch or something. I'll have to figure out how to make it up to you guys. But thank you. Those are kind words, and I appreciate it. And I would not be anywhere near the executive director I am without all of you as department directors and everybody else here and throughout the agency. And my goodness, the past year and a half I just have no words on all the challenges we had to face, and how the fact that we are stronger for it, I think. I really do. And we've had a lot of bumps along the way, but boy, we have also worked so well together and come together as a whole family and as a whole team. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you all. I appreciate that. So let's get moving on to the next one. But thank you. I do appreciate that. Very unexpected. My goodness. Okay. Thank you, Chris.
No.
Okay. So we have two more to honor today who have been here much longer than I have been here. The next one is for 35 years at the agency. And so this associate began employment with BARC in March of 1986 as an assistant bookkeeper, and in February of 1988 was promoted to bookkeeper. In April of 1993, her title changed to payroll bookkeeper, and she retired from her full-time status in June 2020 and remained with us provisionally to assist in this transition, as she still does today. Some of the comments on her past performance appraisals include: has an excellent understanding of her job duties and continues to perform them with a high degree of accuracy. Has taken a responsibility for the pension function since her retirement as our head bookkeeper. Gives extra effort when the fiscal department workload is heavy. Processes a very complicated payroll on strict deadline. Understands payroll cycles, taxes, deductions, benefit accruals, and garnishments, and applies this knowledge with great accuracy. Has extensive communication with ADP to resolve problems with our many earnings and benefits codes with the tax status. Communicates complicated and detailed information effectively while maintaining strict confidentiality. Always ready to jump in and help with any fiscal project. Is extremely punctual and dependable. Her dedication to BARC and to her coworkers is admirable. Her ongoing support after her quote-unquote retirement in June 2020 was beyond valuable to us. She consistently helped in the office most pay periods for a full year, working with Lisa to learn a complicated payroll system, which was bombarded with exceptions and more complications due to COVID. And she continues to be available by phone for quick check-ins. She's an amazing, knowledgeable, and caring person. We are so fortunate that she shared so many years with us. Let's congratulate for 35 years at BARC Developmental Services, Vicki Schaff. 45 years with the agency. So let me tell you a little bit about this gentleman's work history. Talk about wearing a lot of hats within the agency. Began employment with BARC in August of 1976 as a vocational rehabilitation counselor. In December 1982, he was promoted to rehabilitation manager. In December of 1984, he was again promoted to facility administrator for the Quakertown workshop. And in March 2001, he became clinical supports administrator. In December of 2001, he was promoted to Director of Employment Services. In September of 2007, when the department changed its name to better reflect the services offered, he became Director of Vocational Services, the position he continues to hold today. And in January of 2016, he also added the Director of Development to his job duties. Some comments from past performance evaluations include: consistently ensures the protection and advancement of individual rights, displays excellent work planning and implementing necessary renovations at BPSW and BPSQ, demonstrates ability to interact in a courteous, clear, and logical manner, consistently stays on top of all external sources of income and consumer safety. Exemplary leadership in conflict situations that often demand the utmost consideration of differing points of view. Cooperatively works with the executive director to acquire a number of sponsorships from vendors. Oversaw the expansion of the ATF senior program at BPSQ and BPSW. Worked with development and seamlessly took over as the director of development in January of 2016. Displays excellent cooperation with the residential department regarding active treatment and workplace changes. Makes excellent suggestions to resolve problems. Demonstrates ability to interact in a courteous, clear, and logical manner, verbally and in written documentation. Is well motivated, always gets the job done, has mastered the regulatory requirements to run the workshop, and is the longest tenured associate at BARC, which is quite an accomplishment. He is a respected member of the executive management team with positive relationships with all members of the board of directors. It's been a pleasure to work with him for quite a long period of time. I'm pleased to introduce 45 years at BARC Developmental Services, Scott Cole. Congratulations, Scott. Thank you. I'm going to introduce Teddy Monero, President of the Board of Directors, who has a special presentation for Scott.
Hi, everybody. I can't talk enough about how wonderful this man is. He's just done so much over the years, and he's so appreciated by all of us on the board, and all you people. I'm sure that's why you're here. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little token from the board. And
I think you all know I'm not a man of few words. I remember one of my supervisors in an appraisal said that I needed to be more succinct and concise in both written and verbal interactions, and another director had a signal she would go like this, and that meant, shut up, Scott, you've gone on long enough. So I will try and keep this really short and sweet. There's a commercial on TV right now that says, one decision can change your life. And it surely changed mine when I was offered and accepted a position with BARC. I tell the story probably ad nauseum that I only expected to be here a year. But once BARC gets you in its grip, it doesn't let go. And I am thankful every day of my life that that's the case, because I've had the opportunity to grow and develop and hopefully make a contribution, but it doesn't begin to equal everything that I've gotten in return. I don't have words to really convey the depth of the relationships that I've developed and the incredible team that makes me look so good. And I'm blessed every day to have them. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for all you give to me, because it's so much more than I could ever give to you. And I keep saying I'm going to retire, but it doesn't happen. And part of that's because I can't imagine not being at BARC. It is such an incredible, important part of my life. And the pandemic has been especially difficult, but I think the hardest part has been that our folks haven't been able to come to our program. And I missed that opportunity to really be with them. They make me feel like a star every time I walk into either Quakertown or Warminster. And you know what? You can't ask for more than that. So thank you. Mary, you've been a great executive director. We're really fortunate to have you. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for all that you do.
Just want to welcome everybody. It's a little cloudy day, but it's great to have everybody here. We're here for the BARC Developmental Services annual employee length of service recognition ceremony, and great to have everybody here. We have a big audience today, and hopefully next year we're all together in a much bigger arena, but we wanted to be safe this year, so we're having 3 separate ceremonies. So today we're going to honor associates who have been with the agency at differing length of times, 5 years, 10 years, and so on, and then we have a couple of other special awards to give out a little bit after that. So I just want to introduce myself. I think everybody knows me. I'm Mary Sauter, the Executive Director here at BARC Developmental Services. And I also want to recognize we have 2 board members here today. I want to recognize them. We have Teddy Monero, who is the President of our Board of Directors, and we have Phil Carey, who is the first Vice President of our Board of Directors. So it's great to have their support and great to have them here. So thanks for joining us today. So we're just going to get right into it and start giving out some recognition awards and ceremonies. And again, this is to honor BARC Developmental Services associates who have been with the agency. So the first one we're going to announce today is for 5 years, has been with the agency for 5 years. Let me tell you a little bit about her work history. She began her employment with BARC Developmental Services on August 25th, 2016 as an activities assistant in the vocational department, and in April of 2017 she accepted the position of administrative services coordinator and still holds that position today. Some of the comments about her work performance include that she involves the individuals when they enter and exit the building, providing the support and assistance they need. She is respectful and empathetic. She has greatly expanded her independence and knowledge of her job duties. She's very adaptable, and she changes her schedule to meet coverage and the individual's needs. So congratulations on 5 years with the agency, Narita Ramsey. Where's Narita? Congratulations, Narita. Okay, now we're going to move up to 10 years with the agency. This associate began employment with BARC Developmental Services in October of 2011 as a program specialist at BPSQ. In November of 2020, she accepted the program manager position in residential and continues to hold this position today. Some comments about her work performance include she works consistently to ensure the well-being of the individuals we support, always willing to attend to the needs of other individuals who are not on her caseload, demonstrates extensive knowledge of her job duties, demonstrates the ability to communicate with both our individuals and her coworkers in a courteous and respectful manner. She's got a great can-do attitude. She has jumped right into help whenever she's needed, and she is covered at the homes, gone food shopping as needed, and also passing meds. She's been a valued staff member at BARC for many years and transitioned well into her new position. She has been a wonderful addition to residential. She's willing to work hard, is eager to learn, and has a positive attitude and a good outlook. She doesn't hesitate to ask questions and seeks advice from her peers or her supervisors. She has jumped right in to help whenever she's needed and continues to do whatever tasks are needed, such as working in the homes, going food shopping, passing meds in particular. And in November of 2017, January of 2018, and May of 2019, she received the Vocational Department Quality of Life Award. So congratulations on 10 years at BARC Developmental Services to Judy DeWeese. Okay, we have another associate that we're going to honor here today for 10 years at the agency. This associate began his employment with BARC Developmental Services in July of 2011, working as a support associate. In July of 2012, he became a support associate at another home, and in January 2015, he accepted the support associate position at another home, which is a position that he holds today. Some comments on his work performance over the years include very knowledgeable of his job duties, displays an ability to collaborate, and is a great team player, shows great respect for confidentiality and privacy for the individuals and his coworkers, demonstrates excellent communication skills as he interacts with the individuals and his coworkers, is always willing to take the tough job or assist in any way possible to have the team meet or exceed expectations. Has always implemented and followed behavior support plans. As stated, he demonstrates on his skills on a daily basis. He's helped the individuals he supports stay in shape through exercising and healthier food options. He's an excellent asset to BARC Developmental Services, and he is a recipient of the Residential Department Quality of Life Awards in July 2016 and March 2020. So congratulations for 10 years at the agency to Kenneth Aringo. The next associate, again, we're going to acknowledge for 10 years with BARC Developmental Services. Her work history: she joined BARC in April of 2011 as a production coach at our Quakertown Vocational Facility. In December of 2011, she became a healthcare coordinator, and in October of 2014, she became an administrative services coordinator at the residential Quakertown office, which is the position she now holds. Some comments about this associate include she's, as the first person the visitors encounter, she's a great asset to BARC, always cheerful, welcoming, and friendly. Has demonstrated knowledge of her job duties and uses her time efficiently. Continued to assist the nursing department as she transitioned into her new role. Always willing to assist her coworkers with requested items, such as ordering specialty items, loading boxes into vans, and teaching new associates how to use the BARC network at e-time. Secures all confidential information and maintains confidentiality at all times. Has done a great job in working through the challenges of setting up online cable accounts with the fiscal department. She's a great self-starter and was the residential department's Quality of Life Award winner in July of 2020. Congratulations on 10 years at the agency to Tara Pinkovitz. Another associate we're going to honor here today for 10 years at the agency. She began her employment with BARC Developmental Services in March of 2011 as a nursing supports manager, which is a position she holds today. Comments about this associate include she's efficient with her time and able to work independently, is a trainer in infection control, CPR, and medical policies and procedures. Provides timely feedback to those she supervises and often submits quality of life nominations and entries for Hand in Hand. Routinely completes assignments and assessments for individuals as needed and makes sound judgments regarding their care. Remains composed at all times regardless of the issue at hand. Ensures optimal nursing supports are afforded to our individuals, as evidenced by 0 medical licensing citations for all ICF homes in Upper Bucks over the past year. Excellent attention to detail and advocating for our individuals. Appreciates and strives for the goal of each member of her team working together and completing their parts so that the end result is a well-balanced, cohesive unit that accomplishes the task. Was the Residential Services Department winner in Quality of Life in May and November of 2018. Let's congratulate for 10 years at BARC Developmental Services, Cindy Fenstermacher. So we're going to honor somebody here who's been with the agency for 5 years with the agency. Her work history: she began her employment with BARC Developmental Services on July 25th, 2016 as a support associate in the residential department. She was promoted to home manager in April of 2017, which is the position she still holds today. Some comments about her work performance include she has a desire to grow within the agency and is open to suggestion and feedback in order to improve in the areas that she wants to. As a home manager, she's a great role model. She sets examples by following company policies in all aspects of her job. She's a well-rounded employee and a highly motivated staff member. Exceeds in several areas as a home manager and is a great team player. She accepts constructive criticism, goes out of her way to ensure that the guys are happy and as safe as can be. And she's an invaluable member of the BARC team. Congratulations on 5 years with BARC Developmental Services, April Aiken. agency for 20 years at BARC. The work history for this associate, he began his employment with BARC in November of 2001 as a maintenance technician. In July of 2021, he was promoted to his current position, maintenance technician, supervisor, and specialist. Let me tell you a little bit about his work performance here at the agency.
Thank Eric for that title.
Yes, exactly. So, let me tell you a little bit about him. During the winter, he plows the driveways in all the homes at all hours of the night to ensure the safety of the individuals. Very knowledgeable in life safety codes and overall construction knowledge. Works very well with his current team, very productive. Did a great job to help open several new CLA homes over the past years. Is well-rounded in all phases of maintenance and construction work and schedules his workday to get the most efficiency of his time. Participates in many events essential to the happiness of the folks we support, such as track and field and the annual holiday parties. Always has the individual safety, well-being, and overall happiness first and foremost on his mind. He has developed relationships with specific individuals who look forward to his arrival at the home when he is there for maintenance concerns. Is a long-term associate of the agency, and he was a great asset to BARC over the past year as the agency worked hard to support both individuals and associates during the COVID pandemic. He kept people safe by fogging homes to mitigate the risk of the spread of COVID. He delivered COVID safety supplies to the homes when the homes were entering quarantine, and he assisted with the traffic safety and direction during the COVID vaccination clinics. Congratulations, 20 years at BARC Developmental Services to Todd Janney. I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this one. Glasses are going on for this one because there's a lot to talk about. So now we're really happy. We have one more length of service honoree, and this associate has been with the agency for 35 years. Exactly. So let me tell you a little bit about her work history. She began employment with BARC in April of 1986 as a micrographic specialist 1 and was promoted to micrographic specialist 2 in May of 1987 and to micrographic specialist 3 in July of 1989. In April of 1994, she was promoted to micrographics manager, and in October 1997 promoted again to her current position as production manager at BARC Quakertown Workshop. Some comments regarding her past performance at the agency. Regularly proactive with persons supported. Volunteers to provide extra assistance during special events like the Thanksgiving luncheon, Christmas breakfast, Mardi Gras, etc. Works well with staff in assessing job setups and training them. Extremely well organized and detail oriented, and can be counted on to have accurate records and documentation. Has a complete understanding of all facets of production, from the time the work is in the house to the work is completed. Does an excellent job in training the assistant production managers, helping them to understand and meet their job responsibilities. Continues to expand her knowledge, including working with new equipment and job setups. Instituted dance activities on Friday afternoons, which individuals look forward to. A great advocate for support and satisfaction, proactive with persons supported, encouraging them to work when available. Is looked upon as a huge influence in the lives of many of the people we support, and they lean on her for those supports. Takes satisfaction in her staff meeting their work goals and building relationships with the people they support. And she's the Vocational Services Quality of Life winner in 2012. Let's congratulate for 35 years with the agency, Elaine Whitman. So welcome. This is the BARC Developmental Services Employee Recognition Ceremony for 2021. I'm so thrilled to be outside in the sun, have you all here present. The only thing that will make it better next year is when we have the bigger ceremony at the park, which I'm so optimistic we will have next year. But it's great to have everybody here. I think everybody knows me, but I'm Mary Sauter, the Executive Director here at BARC Developmental Services. And I do want to introduce and recognize Phil Carey, who's a member of our Board of Directors, first Vice President of our Board of Directors, and he's here as well. So we're, as always, happy to have him here and him present and appreciate his support over the years. So we're just going to get right into it and start recognizing associates who have been here for 5 years with the agency. So let me start with the first one and read a little bit about her and let you know her work history here at the agency. She began her employment with BARC on January 5th, 2016 as a home manager, which is the position she holds today. Some comments on her past work performance include has a smile on her face, along with a positive attitude while she's at work, and ensures that the ladies' needs, wants, and desires are met daily. During times of quarantine throughout the pandemic, she ended up having to stay at the home for many days and work long hours. She has ensured the protection, safety, and advancement of the individual rights and is proactive in responding to the individual's emotional and physical well-being. She creates an environment in which her team can find new ways to motivate themselves in light of the ladies' changing needs. And she was the department winner of the Quality of Life Award in May of 2021. Congratulations on 5 years with BARC Developmental Services, Linique Nelson. Okay, the next associate that we're going to honor for 5 years here at the agency. He began his employment with BARC on January 4th, 2016 as a production coach, which is the position he holds today. Comments on his past work performance include, he knows the importance of making money for the workers and keeping his workers busy, is willing to help whenever he is needed, is quiet and reserved but communicates with respect, is very kind and very respectful of our folks and his co-workers, and he helps out on the production lines whenever needed. Congratulations on 5 years with the agency to Hassim Mohammed. The next associate that I'd like to honor for 5 years at the agency began her employment with BARC on January 11th, 2016 as a program manager in the residential program, which is the position she holds today. Comments on her past performance appraisals include, is a fantastic team player and a great asset to BARC. She's reliable and hardworking. She leads her team with grace, even under pressure. She has handled difficult family and situations with patience and respect. She works hard to keep her team strong. She encourages them all to communicate and work together to achieve their goals. She's a great role model for her staff. She leads by example, pitching in whenever and wherever possible. She wouldn't ask her staff to do anything that she wouldn't do herself. She sets high expectations for her staff and ensures that they are met. She does not shy away from having difficult conversations with her individuals or staff when needed. Congratulations on 5 years with the agency to Brianna Keller. Okay, we have another 5-year associate that we're going to honor now. She began her employment with BARC Developmental Services on August 23rd, 2016 as an intern. She accepted a production coach position in December of 2016 and was promoted to her current position of program specialist in September of 2017. Some comments on her past performance evaluations include, knows the individuals on her caseload and is a consistent and preferred presence in their lives, is someone who never calls attention to the wonderful things that she does to make the lives of the individuals better, ensures the safety of others, responds quickly to crisis situations, truly serves and advocates for the individuals on her caseload and within the program, is positive and calm. She always plays an important role within the rehab department, and she's responsible and is easily able to take the lead in any situation. Congratulations on 5 years with BARC Developmental Services, Rachel Clickett. Okay, another associate we're going to honor here for 5 years at the agency. She began her employment with BARC Developmental Services on May 9th, 2016 as a production coach in the vocational program. She was promoted in September of 2016 to program specialist and again to the jobs manager in September 2017. In August of 2018, her position title changed to CPS/jobs manager, which is the position she holds today. Some comments about her work performance include: prides herself on being organized and efficient, is authentic and enthusiastic about the mission of the agency and the goals of the jobs and the CPS programs, will not only accept but welcomes feedback, especially from the other managers she works with, particularly the BPSW site manager and rehab manager. She is keenly aware that in her role as jobs manager, she not only represents the folks she is trying to place in the community of employment, but also the agency, as she often is the first person they have dealt with from an agency, and their perceptions are based on how well she represents the agency. Remains an asset to the vocational department, the jobs program, and the agency overall, and she achieved a record number of job placements, 11 during the past year since OVR referrals resumed. Congratulations to 5 years with BARC Developmental Services, Bryn Zawickel. This is the final 5-year one that we have. So let's talk about a little bit about the work history for this associate we're going to honor for 5 years. She began her employment with BARC Developmental Services on March 14th, 2016 as an activities assistant in the vocational program. She later transferred to a production coach position that same year, and that's the position she holds today. Some comments of past performance evaluations include: she puts all of her energy and sensitivity to all she contributes here at BARC. She is aware of and keeps her radar on at all times so she can address any issues or concerns before they escalate. Motivates and consoles in a respectful manner. She's caring and sensitive, but always maintains a professional approach. Her line runs like a well-oiled machine. She's organized, motivated, and supportive to all of our folks and staff. Her job knowledge, plus her positive and professional attitude towards our folks and their needs, makes her well suited to be a production coach. She's a role model for other production coaches, be it in training new coaches or bringing managers up to speed in situations that are apparent to her. And she was the Agency Quality of Life Award winner in September of 2018 and March of 2019. Congratulations on 5 years at BARC Developmental Services, Halima Shalera. Okay, we ready to go? We'll start with the 10 years associates we're going to celebrate. It's starting to get a little breezy here. Associates we're going to celebrate here for 10 years at BARC Developmental Services. So, the first person we're going to honor here today for 10 years at the agency, she began her employment with BARC in January of 2011 as a production coach in our vocational facility in Warminster, which is the position that she holds today. Some comments on her past performance include: she helps new production coaches set up the line and complete paperwork. She's reliable and dependable. Challenges the workers' skills by encouraging them to try the difficult steps of the job, helping the workers feel good about themselves. She's a great team player and works well with the other staff. Turns in her paperwork on time and she writes very neat. Has an upbeat attitude and is a positive role model to our staff and workers. Is extremely caring and nurturing towards the folks, but also encourages them to be as independent as possible. And she was the Quality of Life Award winner in May of 2015. Congratulations on 10 years at BARC Developmental Services, Mary Ann Marciniak. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I love what I do, and this is my other family. Thank you.
Oh, very nice. Thank you, Mary Ann. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, the next associate we're going to honor now for 10 years at the agency. She was employed by BARC Developmental Services from June 1997 until 1999 as an assistant home manager. She obtained her LPN in 2011, returning to BARC in 2012. And she's now a nurse working in our Warminster residential office. Some comments on her past performance appraisals include: she's a great advocate for the individuals she serves, treating them with dignity and respect. Very knowledgeable concerning her individuals and their medical needs. Is a great team player who volunteers to help the other nurses if needed, when needed. Is a very hands-on nurse and nurturing, and nothing is beneath her. She connects with the individuals and has a great rapport with them, has a kind heart, and she wants to help others. She does not ever wait around for someone to do something. If something needs to be done for an individual, she does it, whether it's her job or not. She's proud to be a nurse and of the work and education she has completed to become a nurse. She constantly is educating herself with new information, or she'll learn information on a subject she does not know. In January of 2015 and January of 2018, she received the Residential Department's Quality of Life Award. Congratulations on 10 years at BARC Developmental Services, Therese Brennan. Okay, the next associate we're going to honor here today for 10 years. Began her employment with BARC Developmental Services. If I get stung by a bee on camera, it's going to be ugly. I got a nurse. Any other? I am not allergic.
You're good.
That
I'm allergic.
would be a first. Okay, I'm going to start this one over. We're going to edit out all that stuff. Okay. The next associate we're going to honor today for 10 years at BARC Developmental Services began her employment with BARC in May of 2011 as a production coach at our Warminster Vocational Center, which is the position she holds today. Some comments on her past performance include: she's a valuable member of the autism program. She continues to grow in her development and job knowledge. Always volunteers to take on new responsibility to assist her manager. Assist the manager in translating a job assignment or paperwork that needs to be completed to staff who do not speak English as a first language. Is compassionate, nurturing, and supportive, and it shows through in her interactions with all the individuals. She is supportive and lends a hand to the workers. She did a great job in residential during the pandemic, providing support at one of the homes. She does a nice job in participating in the CPS community activities. Congratulations on 10 years at BARC Developmental Services, Azia Alawad. Do you want to come up and you may certainly come up and say a few words if you'd like. Yeah. You can take off. Oh, good. I was just going to tell you you can take off your mask if you wish to. Okay. To speak, so we can hear you.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for this honor me and let me work here as BARC employment for 10 years. Actually 15 years. I have 5 years with the agency. For 10 years, and I have worked as great team player, especially during the problem. I work at residential houses, which I still do work on the workshop floor and ACD room. This is not just a job. Consider ASD room my family. And would like and thank you so much, Scott, for helping us to keep our benefit during the problem. And also thank you so much, Kim, Sarah, and Asma. You always check with us during the problem too. And thank you so much, Michael Mingo, for all the English class. It's really did good job. Our English now is better. Michael is good teacher and wonderful, kind person. Thank you.
Very nice. Congratulations. Okay, the next associate we're going to honor for 10 years at the agency. She began her employment in December of 2011 as a production coach at BPSW, which is the position she holds today. She also has worked as a support associate in the residential homes as a second position and during the pandemic. Some comments on her past performance appraisal include: she's a team player, is a pleasure to work with, very respectful to the consumers and staff. She has a great sense of humor and she enjoys what she does for the consumers she supports. Continues to do well on her production line by providing the workers with the support they need. Checks with the program specialist for any information that might be needed about the consumers she supports on her production line. Demonstrates initiative and willingness to work with and assist others. Does a great job communicating with the consumers and has a great sense of humor. And in May of 2016, she received the Vocational Department's Quality of Life Award. Congratulations, 10 years at BARC Developmental Services, Elsa Winkler.
Thank you. I'm so grateful we survived. We're still here. I have a job. I'm grateful to be here.
Okay, so now we're going to honor somebody who's been with the agency for 15 years. So 15 years at BARC Developmental Services. She began employment with BARC in October of 2006 as an instructional assistant in the Early Intervention Department. In October of 2010, she became a production coach at our Warminster facility, the position she holds today. Some comments about her past work performance includes: she demonstrates knowledge of her job duties and uses her time efficiently. Often offers suggestions or ideas to make work easier for the workers on her production line. Displays the willingness to assist anywhere in the workshop upon request. Is a team player who can be trusted and counted on to lend support to others without hesitation. Contributes excellent ideas to ensure the individuals she supports are properly cared for. Displays great perseverance when dealing with frustrating situations. Is constantly mindful of specific needs of the individuals and makes good decisions regarding their support. Has a positive attitude and comes in every day ready and willing to work. Practices good safety skills when on shift, ensuring her individual safety at all times. She interacts appropriately with the individuals while on shift, treating them with dignity and respect. She always provides active treatment and ensures the individuals are appropriately engaged. She was the agency winner of the Quality of Life Award in January of 2015. Congratulations on 15 years with BARC Developmental Services, Marie Rigel. Chris has your gift.
Congratulations.
Okay, we're on to 20 years now. I'm gonna need my glasses for this one. So we're gonna now celebrate somebody 20 years with the agency. This associate began employment at BARC in April of 2001 as a work activity center supervisor at BPSQ. In February of 2005, she transferred to her current position as a production coach at BPSW, the position she holds today. Some comments on her past work performance includes: gives the consumers on her production line the confidence to complete job tasks to the consumer's satisfaction. Always respectful of feelings, concerns, and needs of the folks she supports. communicates her opinions in a professional manner, willingly assists coworkers as needed and requested, including personal care for the individuals, displays a genuine concern for the safety of the consumers in the workshop by keeping her production work area clean and clear of debris from the previous workday, design and build adaptive devices to aid consumers with disabilities, has done an excellent job in training the temporary and permanent staff on her line. Her line continues to be very productive due to her knowledge of the consumer's strengths and weaknesses, allowing her to fit the right job with the right consumer. Her experience and quality of work makes her a great role model to other staff. She is always willing to help other staff to succeed to their full potential. She will encourage staff to keep their head up and approach each situation with positivity. Remains calm and composed during difficult situations. She's a great role model for our folks and coworkers alike. Even though she has many years of experience, she still appreciates ways she can better herself or the job she's doing. And in May 2015, she was selected as the BARC Developmental Services Quality of Life Award winner. Congratulations on 20 years at BARC Developmental Services, Selena Ray. Congratulations, Selena. And now we have the honor to celebrate somebody who's been with the agency for 25 years. So let me tell you a little bit about her work history. She began employment with BARC in June of 1996 as a substitute teacher aide in early intervention. In August of 1999, after earning her bachelor's degree, she accepted a position as intake case manager / program specialist at the production workshop. And in February of 2002, she was promoted to rehab manager. In 2009, she transferred to a program director in residential, and in April of 2010, she returned to her current position as rehabilitation manager at BPSW. Some comments of her past work performance include: consistently ensures the protection and advancement of individual rights, is proactive in responding to individuals' emotional and physical well-being. Her job knowledge is extensive and complete. She helps those on her caseload do as much as possible for themselves and to be a part of the decision-making process. Exemplifies cooperation and teamwork. Makes quality and timely decisions after considering all applicable information and processes, continuing to develop and refine her leadership skills. Demonstrates the ability to interact with others in a professional manner, treats her peers, supervisors, and individuals she supports with respect at all times. Is, without exception, extremely respectful in every interaction, even under difficult circumstances. In 2016, she received a Department of Health inspector's complimentary comment about the services our individuals were receiving under her watchful eyes, noting their progress was astonishing. She has strived to remain optimistic, see the good in people, and continues to give more than 100% to provide meaningful and important services to our folks. She is genuinely humble and without fail recognizes the efforts of others over herself. She epitomizes everything that is good about BARC and the work that we do. In July of 2015, she was awarded the Agency Quality of Life Award and is a 2-time finalist for the Justin T. Schran Memorial Award. Congratulations on 25 years with BARC Developmental Services, Sarah Holsworth. Okay, so we have one more announcement to make, one more award to present today. And it's my honor today to talk about the Justin T. Schran Memorial Award. In 2016, the BARC Foundation created an award in honor of Justin T. Schran, beloved son of former Executive Director Dr. Robert Schran, who passed away in January of 2016. Justin was an avid musician, band leader, psychotherapist, and certified K through 6 teacher in New Jersey and Colorado. He was dedicated to helping others. The Justin T. Schramm Memorial Award winner is an associate who performs outstanding service in addition to meeting his or her job duties. Qualities include loyalty, commitment, respect for others, initiative, idealism, creativity, problem solving, and flexibility. Today, I am pleased to announce the winner of the 2021 Justin T. Schramm Memorial Award. Below is some of what was written on her nomination form. This person is a program specialist at BPSW. She deserves to be recognized for her outstanding effort on behalf of a particular individual and group of individuals supported by BARC. The pandemic has been an extremely challenging time for the individuals who attend BPSW. When the program closed, people lost the ability to be productive, to earn money, to develop skills, and to see their friends. A remote work program was developed so that the individuals who were interested could continue to work and stay connected to BARC. A group of associates worked together to make sure this program could operate successfully, but this associate took the lead in setting up a training session for parents who weren't familiar with Zoom and creating a schedule. She also worked with individuals several times weekly to provide the remote supports. Trying to offer people constructive feedback and encouragement through Zoom can be challenging, but she was creative in her methods. She made sure to have visual aids and pictures available that interested the individuals and played games while they worked. Her sessions quickly became a family affair as the individuals' families started to sit in on the sessions. While people were productive and got to earn money during these Zoom sessions, it was also where they got to socialize and connect during a time when everything felt so closed off. This associate is a constant in the lives of the individuals who come to BPSW. She has been a program specialist for 19 years. She has high expectations for everyone and is always there to help others grow. Someone on her caseload experiences a significant challenge due to mental health diagnosis. This associate is always available to offer the person feedback and support. This person knows that she is rooting for her and that she will be there for her no matter what. Over the last year, this person has truly bloomed. She has shown growth in her self-esteem and in the way she treats others with kindness. This associate makes sure that in the afternoons, when it's time for the person to leave, she is waiting for her at the door to say goodbye and to do a check-in on how the day went. She also creates handouts to give this person with motivational and inspirational sayings and pictures. This time with her is something the person looks forward to every day. Another individual on this associate's caseload has a diagnosis of diabetes, and it can be extremely complicated to manage. This associate has taken the time to educate herself so that she can be a strong support for this individual. When he needs some support in addressing his blood sugar, she makes sure to talk to him about what steps should be taken. She always makes sure to include him in the process, and he has grown so much more independent in knowing what to do when trying to stabilize his blood sugar. Now, when his blood sugar is low or high, he is able to indicate what he needs to do to change the situation. This associate is a huge support to the families of the individuals who attend our program as well. When the pandemic hit, program specialists continued to check in with families even though BPSW was closed. Some of the families do not use email or technology and were only available via phone. Several parents felt frightened, frustrated, and overwhelmed and needed support. This person made herself available to reach out and to respond to those parents, even if it was after work hours or on the weekends. During such challenging and unique times, she was there for others and was always constantly available. This associate is creative and thoughtful. She is organized and reliable. She has strong relationships with the individuals on her caseload and their families. She was a source of information and support to so many people during these challenging times. She is a team player and helps out the other departments, and also spent time working in one of the residential homes when BPSW was not able to be open. She purchases and brings in drinks and food items for individuals who don't always pack filling lunches. She does so many things every day to make the lives of the individuals and their families as happy and supportive as possible. I am very pleased to announce the 2021 winner of the Justin T. Schramm Memorial Award to Cheryl Rementer. Today, I am pleased to announce the two runners-up for the 2021 Justin T. Schramm Memorial Award. Let me tell you a little bit about this person, the first runner-up. This was written on his nomination form. At the very start of the pandemic, this person was called and asked if a shelter in place was ordered, would he be willing to stay at the house? Without hesitation, he stated, "No problem, I will pack my bags and have them with me and stay if the time comes that I need to." He worked long hours alongside his other staff, ensuring that when a shift needed to be filled, it was filled by another staff who had already worked at the home. He also worked many of the shifts himself, a lot of them overnights. This person has continued to ensure that limited staff exposure come through the home to limit the risk of catching COVID. A curveball was thrown when it was learned of a medical issue for one of the individuals supported. Now they had a new worry alongside the pandemic. This person has been very helpful in assisting when able with many of the needed medical appointments to support this individual. Regularly, he comes in on his scheduled day off to run appointments for him. He has been a key player in advocating for this individual to ensure his safety and needs are met. In one instance, he was called close to 9 o'clock at night and was informed that the individual was really out of sorts and may have to go to the emergency room. Again, without hesitation, he said, "I am on my way in." He went on shift when he was off and stayed as a second person on shift to ensure this individual was safe. When many things were not open and activities were limited, this person helped all his individuals and staff get creative with finding ways to get physical exercise regularly. He also delayed his planned vacation on 2 separate occasions to ensure the needs of the house and the individuals were met. I want to thank this person for all the hard work he is doing to keep our individuals safe during this time. Thank you for being so dedicated, courageous, and selfless as we continue to work together to overcome this challenge we are currently facing. Your efforts, sacrifices, commitment, and leadership during these uncertain times is really appreciated. I am pleased to announce a runner-up for the Justin T. Schramm Memorial Award winner, Mike Dennison. So we have one other person I wanted to honor today, and for a runner-up position for the Justin T. Schramm Memorial Award. So let me read a little bit about what the nominator said about this person. When the COVID-19 pandemic changed our lives in March of 2020, the way that many associates do their jobs changed dramatically. Many associates stepped up to do what is necessary to ensure that their individuals had what they needed, but one associate in particular deserves recognition. From the early days of the pandemic, this person worked diligently to obtain the PPE that was necessary but in short supply. They coordinated the ordering of all of the additional supplies that were needed for the individuals who were now at home 24/7. Since office associates were working from home, this associate's home became the location for package delivery and inter-office mail exchange. What a busy job is in normal circumstances became busier and more stressful, but this person displayed the dedication to the agency and the individuals that was needed. When it was announced that BARC individuals and associates were eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine, this person researched options and worked closely with CVS and BARC managers to make sure that every individual and associate who wanted a vaccine could get one. Today, vaccines are readily available, but in January and February, this was not the case. No one was sure when the general public would be able to get vaccinated. This person arranged for CVS pharmacists to come to BARC Production Services in Quakertown on 6 separate days. They made sure that associates got the necessary forms completed and also entered the information into the database. They scheduled appointment times for staff and individuals and worked closely with the CVS representatives. When a major snowstorm was predicted for a scheduled vaccine day, they quickly arranged for CVS to come a day earlier so that no one would need to cancel or drive in dangerous conditions. Since so many individuals and staff were anxious to be vaccinated, there were big smiles and relieved faces after their vaccines were administered. This person deserves recognition for the outstanding way they supported individuals and other associates during very stressful times. They are a role model for staff and a positive representative for BARC Developmental Services. I am pleased to announce a runner-up for the Justin T. Schramm Memorial Award, Jennifer Fritz.